one. I'm ready. Okay? It's a rotational lap joint. Find a washer. Washers are in this bucket here. Your job is to clean them up. Okay? Clean up one side or the dross, and then weld it. Your goal is to do this within 3 tie-ins. A tie-in is where you put 2 welds together. Okay? Do that first on a T-joint before you do it here. So do a T-joint, start, stop, until you get that motion figured out. It's a quick one. It's like a little loop. And you'll see me do it. The one that I passed around, 2 of them are pretty good, one's kind of bad. Okay? But it's just a quick motion. It takes a little bit of practice. It's technique. Okay? So practice it on a straight T before you do it here. 3 tie-ins, so that means I'm going to do this in a rotation. So I'm going to weld, I'm going to rotate the part. Weld, rotate the part. That's the easy method. If you cannot rotate the part, then you have to rotate around it. That's a little bit harder. So we're going to start with 2 tack welds. So again, clean this up, find the plate, keep it off the edge. I'm going to tack it on the inside, 2. Okay? Setting's going to run the same for this one. I'm at 22,400, same gas that we're normally using. We'll clean up your parts, and we'll do a quick demo here. Okay, here we go. You ready? Cover it. Cover it. Okay, why 2 welds? Why 2 welds? One side doesn't lift up. If you only do one and you weld on this side, the whole part lifts up off the table. There's no air gap. That's not good. There's no air gap. We don't want that. So again, what I'm going to encourage you to do, just like the zigzag tees, is you need to practice this motion. Okay? So I'm going to do this in about a third. So I'm going to go from here to here. As soon as my arm locks up, you need to have a determination of when you're going to stop. Stop. Okay? So I'm going to start here. Again, my angle is about 20, and then I'm pushing. Okay? And when I get to about here, when my elbow locks up, I'm going to stop. You have to figure that out. But we're going to do 3 welds. Okay? Let's do 1 and we'll look at it. Okay, cover it. Pretty good. Weld number 1. Okay. Not bad. Again, it's a lap joint. It should go from the base to the top, no issues. It's the same material we're welding on, so you should be able to do that, no problem. Again, if you are dedicated and you're good at details, a little cleanup in between will help you from getting porosity. Now, if you notice, I did not do, when I usually stop, I always have that divot. I didn't fill it in. I left it flat. That's important. When you do your fill-in, okay, you're gonna start here, you're gonna come back into the flat and go this way. It's fast. It's not 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana. It's a quick and in. Make sense? Okay. So I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna come back and then continue on with my weld. Okay, same motion. Again, the goal is for me to, once I have my motion figured out, it's a repeat. So once you dial it in, repeat it 3 times. Okay, so again, I'm going to start here, probably a little far out, come this way, and I'm going to come to about there where my arm locks up. Here we go. Okay, cover. It's a little lumpy, but not bad. Okay? So I got number 2. Let's finish it up now. A little cleanup. So again, I'm going to go from my tie-in to where I started. When you get to where you start, you're just gonna go just a little bit past and stop. Don't fill it in. That flat will actually blend together pretty nice. Okay, cover. Well, that looks really good. That was better than the first hours. Let me give it a quick cool so we can look at it. Now I gave my first hour a check. This is, I think, check plus. The only thing I don't like is that top. That first tie is a little lumpy. And Dane says it's much better. It's much better. Okay? But that's what we're after. 3 tie-ins, kind of evenly spaced, a nice lap joint. Okay, that's the first part of this. Okay, questions? You got this, you can do it. I only need one. The second half of this weld is what they call a plug weld. Okay? I like to do it in 2s. The goal is to have it be flat or just slightly above the weld. And the best way I can describe it, it's not a great analogy, but it's kind of like frosting a cupcake. Okay? Have you ever done that where you put the buttercream on and you kind of fill it in? It's the same. I'm going to start on the edges and I'm going to work my way to the middle. Okay? So two passes is what I shoot for. So it's going to be a flat, and then the next one will be, so it's slightly domed. That's where it's flat, slightly domed, but not a divot. Divot is no good. And we don't really want to exceed too much outside this edge. If you look at your wrist, how you do this, it is this motion. Okay? So it's this swirl. Let's try one. Okay, cover. Okay, that's one pass. You guys see it, right? It's not 100% full. I need to let this cool. Okay, I'm not going to dunk it because I don't want to put water in here. I'm going to let it air cool for a little bit. I'm not going to fill it in. Okay? We'll do like Martha Stewart, we'll say, yep, I just pulled it out of the oven. Okay, second pass is very similar. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to make sure it's domed. My only suggestion is this, is when you get to the middle, you got to add a little extra because the weld goes from this and it flattens out when it cools. So a little extra. Good. Here we go. Go ahead. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, let me give it a quick dunk so it's not so blazing hot. Nico, can you verify for glass slightly domed? Yep, just above the surface. The goal of this is if I wanted to, I could grind it so it's flush. You never even know there's a weld there. That's the goal. Okay? So again, one lap weld, one plug. That's it. That's all that's required for this one. If you want to stop so you have that video, we'll do the